Hey, what's up, and welcome to All Things Superman. I know it's been a really long time since I've uploaded a video to this channel, but a lot of stuff is going on with the whole DC Fandome and all of this kind of stuff, so I figured I would jump on, just make a video and give my thoughts on it. So in this video, I'm going to talk about DC Fandome, the Zack Snyder Cut trailer, the Batman trailer, the Wonder Woman trailer, and more. So let's jump right into it. Now, let's start off with what I think was the best trailer out of the Zack Snyder Cut, the Wonder Woman, and the Batman trailers. And that trailer for me was the Wonder Woman 84 trailer. Like, oh my God, that trailer was dope. We got our first look at Cheetah. We see the dynamic that is happening between Diana and Cheetah. Before she becomes Cheetah, we see a little bit of the reasons and some of the background story of why she becomes Cheetah. And that's exciting. And we get more of those shots that we saw in the first trailer where she was lassoing the lightning and riding lightning, which is absolutely nuts. So I'm know why they put that back in the trailer. So that was absolutely nuts. But the most exciting part to me was the scene where they showed rather Diana or Wonder Woman and Cheetah in this fight what they were about to do. That fight looks like it's going to be badass. And when that trailer was on, literally, I was just smiling ear to ear the entire time. And Gal Gadot, you know, there was a lot of stuff that was said about her when she became Wonder Woman, about she couldn't act and all of this kind of stuff. And while that may be or may not be true, she is now the definitive Wonder Woman. Like when we see or when we think of Wonder Woman in our new age, it's her. She comes to mind. She has really embodied that character so much so that when we think of Wonder Woman, we see her face. Sort of like Linda Carter did with the 80s series Wonder Woman. Now, my second favorite trailer out of the three trailers was the Snyder Cut trailer. And oh my God, like, again, this Snyder Cut, we're not really getting a new movie out of it, but just seeing some of those scenes extended and seeing where they were supposed to go with Zack Snyder's vision, it was everything like you expected. I really loved seeing Darkseid. Of course, that's something new. We didn't get a chance to see Darkseid in the original theatrical cut of the movie. We only heard Steppenwolf say his name, but in this trailer, we get to see Darkseid. So I thought that was really, really cool that they showed him. I mean, it's literally our first time seeing him on a big screen like that. So the shots of Darkseid was cool. Some of the extended shots with, you know, Cyborg and Flash and, you know, the other Justice League members and some of the extra dialogue and stuff like that. It almost reminds me of watching, you know, how they were doing like the special features on a Blu-ray or on a DVD, you know, some years ago. And they still do that now, but who buys physical media anymore? But like you would get some of that extra stuff like these deleted scenes or extended scenes. That's what this trailer kind of felt like to me. And it's pretty much all I was expecting. I don't really expect the Snyder Cut to come out and give us like this brand new movie and, you know, everybody's all of a sudden going to love the movie. All of the people that didn't like the theatrical cut of the movie are all of a sudden going to love the Snyder Cut of the movie. I don't think it's going to be the case because I don't think it's going to be that much of a different movie. I think the excitement behind this Snyder Cut thing is that a lot of the fans and stuff have been talking about it so long. It's a fan-driven project. So, of course, there's going to be a lot of excitement behind it, but I think it needs to be tempered a little bit to understand what this Snyder Cut is going to actually be. But this was absolutely my second favorite trailer out of the three. And another thing about this Snyder Cut is that Zack Snyder announced that it's actually going to be a 4-part series. And this is something that's really important because I know a lot of us were talking about when the Snyder Cut first got, you know, talked about that it was going to get done and all of this kind of stuff and it was going to be on HBO Max. The logical next question that everybody started talking about was, okay, is it going to be a series or is it going to be just a single movie? You know, how much of this stuff are we getting? Now, it's really cool because what Zack Snyder really said was that we are actually going to get both. So the HBO Max version is going to be a 4-part series of, you know, 4 1-hour single part series, you know, to conclude the whole series. And then he said something about, you know, to the international people, hey, don't worry, we're working on this cut to where we'll be able to give this to you all in a full movie. So if you want to be able to, you know, look at it in that manner, you can do so in that manner. So it sounds like we're going to get sort of the best of both worlds. And I thought that was really cool. So no matter what your choice was, like you would rather have it in the 4-hour cut or you would rather have it just as a full movie, like you have your choice now. You don't have to choose between the two. So I thought that was really cool about the Snyder Cut trailer. Now, my third favorite trailer was the Batman trailer, Matt Reeves' Batman. So I don't dislike this trailer at all. I just didn't find it as exciting as the other ones. Now, make no mistake, this is Matt Reeves. He's a really brilliant director. I'm sure the movie is going to be great. So I'm simply just talking about the trailer and that alone. So just to the extent of this trailer, it gave me a feeling of kind of like they were going for this sort of tone that they did with the Joker movie. So this is kind of seems like it's going along that path, that they're, looking to get some Academy Awards out of it. And that's cool. I think it was cool to do with the Joker because the Joker is sort of a second tier character, at least in reference to the top tier characters. He's sort of a second tier character, so you can take that and play with him a little bit more. I think a character like Batman, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are pretty much the three most recognizable characters on Earth, and they've been around the longest. So, I think Batman going in that direction is something I'm going to have to get used to. I'm not against it. I think, like I say, the trailer was okay. It just didn't give me this excitement that the other two trailers did. Now, there were some things that I did like about the trailer. So like that part where Batman goes brutal and the guy's like, "Who are you?" And then he just like punches the shit out of that dude. It's like, just grounds this dude. I'm like, wow. So I like that sort of brutal aspect of Batman. It's kind of what they did too with the Ben Affleck Batman in, Justice League, and well, not Justice League, Batman versus Superman. You get that sort of brutal, sort of like take no prisoners kind of Batman. And I like that aspect of it. I think this Batman though seems a little bit more, he has some, like his internal struggles seem a little bit more obvious than say Ben Affleck's Batman. So they seem to be, this seems to be a character driven movie rather than, sort of just a Batman movie, like a movie about Batman. It's a movie about a character. So, and then they're focusing on these character traits, the internal struggles that he has, and dealing with all of this kind of stuff. And I think that's cool, but again, it's just how you do it. And with the tone that he's going for that Matt Reeves is going for in this Batman, I think it's going to work. I think the movie is going to be great. But as far as a first trailer for this movie, I wasn't just overwhelmed by it. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt and saying that it's a solid trailer. There was nothing wrong with it, but I just didn't get the, excitement out of it like I would, like say, for instance, when that first Batman versus Superman trailer dropped years ago, like it completely blew me away. So, and I know that may be an unfair standard to hold this movie up to, but again, that's just kind of my thoughts about it. Now, also, we did get to see a little bit of Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman, and I thought her casting for this role was perfect. Like when they announced that she was going to be Catwoman, I was like, yeah, like she almost embodies, she has kind of like this whole Eartha Kitt vibe that Eartha Kitt had when she played Catwoman, years and years and decades ago. So she has that kind of vibe. So she just seemed like a perfect fit for the movie. From the part that they showed in the movie, it looks like she's going to be a pretty solid character. It looks like she's going to play the role really well. So I don't have anything bad to say about her at all. I'm really looking forward to seeing her as Catwoman and continuing that Catwoman legacy from, Eartha Kitt and Michelle Pfeiffer and all of that on into this, new generation of Catwomen and, of course, Halle Berry. So those are my biggest takeaways right now from the whole DC Fandome experience. There's going to be a part 2 to the Fandome experience, so we'll see how that goes. I was impressed. I think it went off well. There was a lot of people who were complaining about like the short time of the panels and that it wasn't going to feel like a fan event. To my surprise, it did. I was, smiling. I was involved. I was kind of, inundated with all of the stuff that they were doing. And it felt like it was done for the fans to me. So I didn't find that the 10-minute panels were too short or anything like that. I got what I got out of them. And like, I don't feel like, oh, there should have been more. They needed to say more. So anyway, again, those are my 3 biggest takeaways from DC Fandome, the first part. So, hey, listen, jump down in the comments and let me know what you think about all the 3 trailers and DC Fandome Experience Part 1 as a whole. And listen, subscribe to the channel. I'm really considering, revitalizing this channel and starting to do more videos on it, but it's going to depend on you. If you want to see more content like this, I'll definitely be willing to do it, but it's going to depend on you. So you let me know by your likes and subscribes. So jump down and subscribe to the channel and like this video, and I'll see you in the next video.